finally, it's another Sunday. I mean, can you believe it? Another week just went by. Amazing week in Vima. So much exciting stuff going on. And, you know, sometimes when I say stuff like that, I'm like, oh, come on, Matt. More exciting stuff? Is there always exciting stuff going on? Well, actually, I mean, yes, there is. I mean, there was yesterday, hopefully a lot of you watched it on the Ustream, that meeting from the new Verve Central. You know, we're in a new $3 million home office, got an amazing facility there to do events. Alex Morton and BK Barreco and others just jacking it out of the park on stage. And, you know, what was really cool is to have people on my team from all over the world listening to that call and now watching the replay. And, you know, it's just really fun to see the whole company really starting to come together and realizing how big, you know, how big this world is, and we're taking it on. And Vima and Verve are just the word is spreading, you know. And tonight, right when I was before this call, I was on a Skype call with New Zealand with a really cool team headed up by Anthony Thompson out there in New Zealand. I've been working with the UK team quite a bit. We got a great team out there in Newcastle. And Ross George doing a great job with that team. And it's just, you know, the South Africa team was just mind-blowing. We came back, you know, Cliff has done such a good job, and Graydon is putting, you know, gasoline on the fire that's been started out there. And, you know, it's just all over the world. Vima's just blowing up. I saw a video on YouTube from France. You know, there's a really good new home event format that the crew out of France, Derek Alexander's team out of France, put together that he shared, and we're going to be using that format Wednesday night on at our event here in Las Vegas. And if that goes as well as I think it's going to, we're going to kind of write it out and post it at vervecentral.com. Ross has done such a great job on that website. If you guys aren't plugged into vervecentral.com, I'm kind of straight away from Get Paid to Drink. I'm kind of using that now just for lead gen. So the team, you know, all the team site information and training info is at vervecentral.com. Check that out because it's really, really well done. There's a lot of great resources there. But just so much going on. You know, travel-wise, tomorrow I'm heading to Dallas, Texas, 2 nights in a row. First night in Plano, second night I believe is in Dallas. That's all posted on the Vima Team Texas page, at Kelly McCamey's page. I'll repost it here in a few minutes on my page. So who do you know in Texas? Wednesday night, Vegas. Then Saturday, April 5th, we've got the big training event here with Cliff, myself, and Dave Braun as well. The Braun brothers are actually, I know, in the car together right now, cruising out to Arizona. You know, they're going to be speaking at the event Saturday, April 5th here in Vegas. Any of you local, you know, West Coast people, come on out for that pre-convention Vegas trip. That'll be awesome. And then we've got the big Mojo party happening at the home office tomorrow night, Monday the 31st. And so I know a lot of you are headed to that. I wish I could be there. I'm going to be in Dallas. But so that's, I mean, there's just too much going on. It's unbelievable. This Mojo is incredible. I think I mean, I don't know. I pound those 16-ounce cans no problem. They're talking about coming out with a smaller 8-ounce can of Mojo, but I love my big Mojo cans. It's just so fun to have iced coffee. You know, now when I meet with people, you know, we took on the golf course the other day. We brought Verve, we brought Party, we brought Mojo. You know, it's like, hey, do you want an iced tea? You want an iced coffee? You want an energy drink? You can offer people up quite a different, you know, assortment of products. So it's nice to have that variety. So that's what's happening, and I'm going to turn the call over here in a second, just kick some ideas around with my good dear friend and best-selling author, the author of the book Social Marketing. If you haven't picked up your copy, you got to do it. I just read it for the third time the last couple days, and we're going to be doing the second edition here. I corrected a couple of typos. It's amazing after how many times you spell check something, you still find a typo or two. So we already sold out of the books that we got, and we're going to be ordering a bunch more. So best-selling author on Amazon.com, the one and only, straight from South Africa, today live from the vehicle with Brian Staben and Dave Braun and Jen driving to Arizona, Mr. Cliff Braun. Cliff, what's going on in the wonderful world of Cliff in the USA?
Well, we are just cruising to Arizona, super pumped and excited about the Mojo party, and just to get together with everybody and, like, feel the energy. And I think that's so important for all the new people that are out there. When you guys are new, this business is so easy because all you have to do is get good at promoting events. And when you're in a company like Vima where you've got so many star-studded, proven leaders, all you have to do is learn the stories of all the different leaders, and then whenever you're recruiting, you just tell their story. You know, people are always asking, like, how do I recruit? just get good at storytelling. I mean, there's nothing magical that Matt or I or Alex or like anybody's doing. It's just telling the story. Just get good at telling the story. And, you know, you guys see Matt travel all over the world, and he has totally got the life. I mean, even me, I'm on Facebook, and I'm watching Matt fly all over the world, and I'm, like, jealous. He's, like, indoor skiing in Dubai, and then he's in London, and then he was at a restaurant called the Verve Bar in London. I was like, how freaking cool is that? And all Matt does is he tells the Vima story. And you just got to get good at, you know, we had a really cool training at Brian Saban's office, presidential elite team member, Supercross motor winner, self-made multimillionaire, maker of women's handbags, and professional skateboarder, Brian Flippin' Staben. And we had the most amazing training at his place. And, you know, I was giving a training, so it was pretty good. And I took notes on myself. And a few of the really cool things that I said in that training was you just got to get good at summarizing. It's painful when I see some people try to tell the Vima story as a novel. You just got to get good at explaining it. And you've got to change your network marketing terminology to everyday normal terminology. So somebody said to me the other day, they asked me, they go, what do you do? And I said, I work for an energy drink company. And the conversation is the exact same every single time. So they go, what do you do? I go, I work for an energy drink company. And they go, oh, cool, which one? And I go, Verve. And they go, I never heard of it. I know they're going to say that. That's what I want them to say. And I go, oh, yeah, it's a new drink. You know, it's not sold in stores. And then they say, really? Well, then how do you sell it? I say, through social marketing. And they say, what social marketing? It's just breadcrumbs. You're just getting them to ask you the right questions, and you're slowly bringing them over. And then as soon as, like, you don't want to say too much. When you're new, if you guys are giving details, you're screwed. You're totally losing. All you want to do is get them interested and then exchange contact details and say, well, let's meet up later and talk about it. It's so freaking simple. I mean, you look at Alex Morton, watch his meetings, watch his trainings. The guy's just super pumped up. I mean, he's not saying he basically says the same thing every time. He sells opportunity and timing. I can do it. You can do it. I mean, I think today, like, people almost buy more into being a part of a team and having a sense of purpose than they do making money. I mean, if they really wanted money, they would have figured out how to make it by now. I think so many people today, they want to belong to an organization. They want to have a sense of purpose. They want to belong. And Vima's done a great job of creating that. And, you know, I don't want to talk for too long because I know we've got Royal Ambassador, Master of the Universe, Matt Morrow on the call. But I guess the last thing I wanted to say is I'm super pumped. I'm super excited. I'm on my way to Arizona now. Then we're going back to L.A. Then I'm going to Colombia. I don't know if you guys know that. We've got our launch. Edgar Diaz has done such a phenomenal job. He's got 600 prepaid apps in Colombia. And we're going to have like 600-700 people there. I'm flying there. Potentially Nate is going as well. That event is on the 12th. So who do you know in Colombia? I was going to say a joke about people could pay for their Vima and cocaine, and then I thought maybe people wouldn't appreciate that joke, but now I've said it anyway. So I'll be in Colombia. I'm stoked about that. Matt?
So that's the 12th. That's the 12th of April. Then the 5th of April, you'll be here in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be in Vegas April 5th. I'm going to fly out April 10th. The event's on the 12th, and I'll be back on the 14th. I'll only be in Colombia for just enough time to get kidnapped and make it back here in time.
You'll love Colombia. Colombia is awesome. Well, thanks, Cliff. Yeah, it is fun, you know. I mean, just doing whatever you want. I was talking to the guys in New Zealand, and they were saying, you know, their why is freedom. They're a couple of young guys, surfers, and, you know, they want to travel the world and surf. And that's what people want is freedom, you know, and freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, as much as you want. And that's what this business can afford you. You know, today I took a bunch of people from my family and my team on a hike here in Las Vegas, and we hiked 6.8 miles, which might not sound like a lot to you, but it was to me, up a hill to the top of this mountain called Black Mountain. And it was interesting, you know, about, 100 yards into the hike, I was breathing hard. About a mile and a half in, my ankle hurt. A little while later, my knee started hurting. A little while later, my hips started hurting. After a while, I was really, really tired. My legs were sore, but I just kept going. You know, there are certain points on the really steep parts of the hike that I was just putting one foot in front of the other. But I got to tell you, I'm certainly glad I made it through the pain, because I got to the top and it was so cool. At the top of the mountain, you could see all around the Vegas Valley. I mean, you could see Lake Mead, you could see the Strip, you could see down towards Laughlin, and it was just incredible. We were up at the top of this mountain, and the feeling of accomplishment up there. We sat down, we had a picnic at the top of the mountain, and just kind of celebrated. And everything is the same. It just takes consistent effort, and going through keep going when it's tough. That's what it boils down to. Most people just don't have that kind of stick-to-itiveness in anything, and they don't get to enjoy the view from the top of the mountain. And people like Cliff and Alex Morton, watching that kid yesterday on the Ustream, like Cliff was saying, he says the same thing all the time, but he sure says it with passion. And if you have a chance to, I think they're rebroadcasting that at Vima.com. If you have a chance to watch that, you really should. It was an incredible talk, and the kid's making over $1 million a year at 23, 24 years old. You guys all have that same opportunity. We've got so much good stuff going on with convention right around the corner. I don't know how many days it is to convention, but it's April 24th, 5th, and 6th. We're going to have all kinds of fun at convention, and it's just going to be an epic convention. BK's saying he won't tell us what it is, but he says he's got the biggest announcement he's ever going to have made in the history of his career coming up. So I don't know what else to say. It's incredible what's happening. It's fun having Cliff in the USA. Be sure to go out and buy his book, Social Marketing. Be sure to plug people into Texas this weekend, this coming week, Monday and Tuesday, tomorrow and the next day. Plug people in to the Mojo Party in Phoenix on Monday with Cliff. EJ's going to be there as well. Then we've got, just keep on trucking. We've got a few weeks till convention. Get as many people as you humanly possibly can to convention. There's only a handful of tickets left. Get that newest person. One person you bring to convention could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to you. So that should be the biggest thing on your mind, is how many people can I humanly possibly get to convention. I think that's about all I've got for now. Just wanted to encourage you to watch my video blog if you haven't already. I'm not going to kind of give it away, but I talk about what's happening with this affiliate program, this change that goes through on Tuesday to our marketing program. It's pretty significant, and it's going to really just put the afterburners on our program. I believe that this move to affiliate marketing is going to be the best thing that ever happened to Vima. So go to vervecentral.com and look at the video blog. Watch my most recent video blog. I'm talking all about the affiliate marketing. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and take a look at it. I hope have a phenomenal week, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you in person here in a few weeks in convention, or possibly next weekend in Vegas, or this week in Dallas. So with that, I'll let you go until next Sunday. And Cliff, thanks so much for being our special guest. Everyone, goodbye for now.